up, my people? Good afternoon. I am back. What's up, everybody? Yes, sir. I am back. Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon to all my good people. We are back with another one. No Duck Zone in the building again. Throwback Thursday. Get ready to get in some of that good old throwback talk. What's up to everybody out there, man? Hope y'all having a fine, blessed Thursday. So far, we back again, second time around. Peace to everybody, man. Hope y'all chilling out there on this warm Thursday. Where some of y'all at, it might be hotter than other places, but salute to y'all. Um, man, I'm telling you, man, I be loving Thursdays, y'all. I'm not gonna love. I ain't gonna trip. I be loving Thursdays because I get to always just reminisce and get to cook on just the throwback, man, and stuff we do here. If you don't know what we do at No Duck Zone, you might want to take a look, check it out. Come over here, check me out, man. We're amazing with what we do over here, man. The people, conversations, and all that. So if you new, um, come check us out. But when I mean we, I mean it's me. But of course, the people that you see over here with me, come check us out, though, man. See what we're about. We're pretty cool and laid back over here. Um, so let's get into it, right? Sugar Shane Mosley versus Oscar De La Hoya. Throwback. Let's do it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the New Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, my good people. Get my brother D Free up in here. Damn, D Free, every time I see you, you don't never keep still, bro. You always making some damn move, bro. Damn, when do you sit your ass down, man? Damn.
Nah, I just came outside. I was just got finished setting up my live for later, but I just came outside.
What time you live? Like 8:05, right? Or 8 o'clock? Some shit like that?
Now my this is my football live at 6:30.
But don't you got to do another live at 8?
Yeah.
Yo, you doing too much, Free. Doing too much, man. Doing too much, man. Come on now. I understand you trying to get back in the game. Come on now. You can't.
Hey,
You can't.
this the only way you can make some money. I mean I just got like another 4 or 5 subscribers just doing some short videos.
Oh wait. So now I'm gonna make that bad for you people who subscribe to him. You 5 unsubscribe. This is some bullshit. Unsubscribe. This is some bullshit. Nah. So what number are we at right now?
I think it's like 924 or something like that. 920. Yeah, I think
Damn.
it's like 924, 922, something like that.
Hey man. Hey, look. Go subscribe to my brother, man. Drop that link, Free. I need them. I need y'all to go over there and help him, man. There's no reason by the time in the next couple days, weeks, he should be what he needs to be before August even ends.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta, I'm pretty sure that I should be fully monetized come sometime mid to late September.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it can very well it can very well happen. It all depends on the people, that's why it's always important for y'all to subscribe. We don't tell y'all that just to tell you that. And some channels are gonna be for you. Some channels are not gonna be for you. Some topics are not gonna be for you, and it's okay though. Everybody gets to pick and choose um when it comes to this, what's for them. And it's okay. Um
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to 700. I'm at 624. It's cool though, you know what I mean? Um
yeah.
hopefully I hurry up and make it to 700, and after that I'll have about what? What do you have like after 700? What do you need? Like 300 more subscribers?
Yep, 300 more subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be fully monetized. I mean, I said
Yeah.
300. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be fully monetized on YouTube.
See that? Yeah. So I got to start. I gotta. Not to say I'm not putting in the grind, but I gotta put in the grind. Even if I'm not on Streamyard, even if I'm just talking up here by myself, I gotta get it.
Yeah.
Um, so that's the great thing about it. We're gonna do that. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother D Free. Let's go ahead and make that happen. So Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, throwback from 2003. Man, how'd you like that fight? Cause I loved it, man. I loved it, Free. I don't know how you looked at it, but man, it was classic to me.
I mean, it was a good fight. I gotta go back and watch it again because I forgot a lot of stuff that happened in that fight because it's been a while since I've seen it. But when I originally saw it, I mean, it was two guys that were still in their prime and they were still at the top of the game. You got two of the best welterweights fighting at that time, so I mean, you gotta like it. This is what we asked for in the sport of boxing. You want the best guys to fight each other. Shane Mosley moved up from 35 to 147 and was still doing his thing at 147. He didn't quite have the power that he had at 35 because those guys was a lot bigger, but he still was doing his thing at 47.
Um, yeah, and at the time he was in there though, it was trying to think of who was around at the time. At the time when all this is going on, I believe Tito's around. Is Tito in the same weight class at the time? I don't know.
I think yeah, when he first moved up there, Tito was still at 47.
Yeah. So you know what though? Before we could get into the whole De La Hoya and Mosley, I always wanted to know why Mosley and Trinidad ain't never scrapped.
Um, it
That
was
would have
at
been
the
a good scrap.
yeah, it was at the tail end of Tito moving up to 40. I mean, Tito getting ready to move up to 54. It was at the tail end because Tito then already fought Oscar De La Hoya. He already fought. Who else he fought at 47? He fought Oscar at 47, which I believe Oscar won that fight, and they gave it to Tito. Um, who else he fought at 47? Because I don't think he fought Miguel at 47. I think he fought
Who?
Miguel, Tito.
Not
I don't
Miguel
think he.
Cotto you talking about.
Yeah, Miguel Cotto.
No.
I don't think he fought.
No.
I don't think he fought Miguel
No.
at
Don't
47.
put Miguel. I always wanted to know what happened and why that fight was, but like you said, um, I remember bits and pieces from that first one. It was um, it was pretty good. I mean they both went at it. I think De La Hoya and I think it was Mosley that ended up getting the first one, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken.
yeah, I think Mosley did win.
Um, De La Hoya had been in some big fights that just it slipped away from him. Um, Despite what we felt about him, if you look at De La Hoya's
Because he
resume,
fought Shane Mosley before he fought Floyd, right?
yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah,
way
that's
before.
that's what I thought. And
I shit.
Floyd was
It,
upset about that because both those guys would never fight him.
um, I don't know how Floyd and I don't know how Floyd and Shane would have went in 2003. That probably would have been real ugly. Would have been real ugly. Underrated. I see you.
I think at that time, I think it's a possibility that Floyd could have really outboxed Shane Mosley because 2003, um, Floyd he didn't quite have the brittle hands yet. I think his hands was getting brittle, but it wasn't all the way brittle the way it was by the time he finished fighting Oscar. Because I think after the Oscar fight, that's when he really started having brittle hands. Um, so I think he was still beating people up because he stopped Ricky Hatton at 47.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back next week and probably do Floyd and
Oh
Chop
no,
Chop.
I'm sorry. He didn't fight Ricky Hatton at 47. He went down to 40 and fight Ricky Hatton. That's right. He went to 40 and fought Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I remember the first one. Then they came back and had a rematch. And I'm trying to think. I don't know who got the rematch, but I know the first one between Shane and De La Hoya. Shane got that one. And I mean, it was pretty much toe to toe with them in that. Um, and
What
it could have easily ended up being one of those fights where it could have been a trilogy, but for whatever reason, you know what I mean. Every fight doesn't have to be a trilogy, but it could have ended up
if
being
I'm
in that class.
if I'm not mistaken, didn't Shane get busted for PEDs between one of those fights?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he got busted for PEDs, and that's probably why there was no trilogy fight.
Yeah.
underrated. What up, my guy?
What's going on? What's
Underrated.
up? What's up? What's up, you and brother D Freeze?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's when the whole, and it was sad because when you hear stuff like that, you get disappointed, right? You go from looking at fighters as your superhero or somebody you look up to, and then you hear they cheated, and then and then the crazy thing about it is, right, once that comes up, people remember you more for you cheating than for what you did in the ring.
Yeah.
But then now they question everything you did in the ring.
Right.
So now you trying to remind them about who you fought and da 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 da. We don't care because for you to knock a guy out that ain't never been knocked out, we not saying anything is not possible, but for you to just do it now we have to go question. We got to go question how's you stopping guys that ain't never been stopped before, or you ain't never stopped nobody. You know what I'm saying? Rather if the guy's got potential or not. So we start the question is how are you stopping people and knocking guys out if you ain't never did it? So once you come up for cheating, PEDs, whatever it is, all those wins you got, I don't care if it's 25, 30, 40 wins, those wins are questionable. Pardon me, gentlemen. Right? Those are questionable.
Yeah.
So, but Shane still went on to have a great career.
Right.
It is. It is. Um, you know what I mean? He still went on to have a great career, but that's besides the point. But I hate underrated that you'll get a black eye for that, but it's your fault. Any guy who pops up for PEDs, we got to stop looking at people to point the finger at and it was snap, it was this, it was that. Come on, brother. You got to know what's going on in your body. You got to know what's being put in your system.
Yeah. You know,
When I go to
just
the doctor, and even if they taking blood, right? And this is probably why I don't get too many other different shots outside of what I need, because I need to know what you're doing. I don't know what the shot might do to me. I don't know if something to come up in my system. Now I'm out here looking crazy. When I come back to the block and I'm smacking the shit out of people and their heads are being knocked off their shoulder. Now people like, he ain't that damn strong. What type of timing he on? You know what I'm saying? So, but that question that win with Oscar, um, sad but true.
it is. You
Um,
know,
Go ahead.
No, I was saying when you talking about the trilogy, I knew a lot. I was looking forward for it too back 2023, 2003. I mean, and it was very disappointing that didn't happen. I wish it could happen, but just like I'm talking about wild boy eating, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but people, if you notice, people was making fun, was making excuse of him. You should know what you put in your body. You should know
Oh,
people should know. Right?
Yeah,
And so
pause.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so people make an excuse of that. Nah, you're supposed to know what you put in your body.
And we don't want to get off the, it's just
I
that
want to get off that. No.
when you hear stuff like that, though, it just upsets me. Everything that you work hard for in your career slowly vanishes.
Yeah. And so when we
You
talk about
allowed that to happen. You allowed it. You can't tell me that, hey, man, I want to slap some lotion on my hand and shit. Whatever was in the lotion got into my system.
right,
This is why when we buy stuff, we have to read it. Right? When we buy stuff, we got to read it. Nowadays, you got to because you don't know what it'll lead to. You don't know. You thinking, man, what can lotion do to me? What can grease do to me? Huh? What could it possibly do to me? Besides change the color of my hair or break me out. It can happen. Everybody's body reacts different. But to not take nothing away, Shane went and fought Antonio Margarita and did something we didn't think he was going to do.
yeah,
A guy that was accused of cheating, right? Well, I don't want to say accused because they said he did. Okay, whatever. But then fought another guy who cheated with hand wraps and went in there and beat the hell out of Margarita, which I was glad he did that. Thank you, Shane.
right.
But go ahead.
But also De La Hoya,
He was great. He was great.
great.
He was great. His resume was impeccable.
Yeah,
Right?
and
If you
he
go
didn't
down
go.
the list of, if you go down the list of fighters that he has faced, his resume is impeccable. We can make fun of him and the fishnets and all that shit sound good, but that doesn't take away that he is a Hall of Famer and and what he has done in the boxing game is impeccable, man.
It is.
His resume is nasty. It's
As
nasty.
as a fighter, there's no question about it. He's one of the greats. There's no ifs or buts about it. Like you say, you go down the line. Now I can say this. He hasn't ducked nobody. He fought everybody.
Um,
Some.
you know what? If there ever was a fighter that he did duck, hell, I wouldn't know. It never was brought to my attention, at least not that I know of. But even with Shane, resume impeccable, right? But it might not be as I don't think it's as much as De La Hoya is.
Right.
The one fight that I wanted to see, he fought Cotto. Shout outs to Mosley. The one fight that I wanted to see happen was him and Zab Judah, and the fight between Zab Judah and Mosley was going to happen until Zab had an accident that happened. He was in the shower. Something happened, and I think he got cut. Something happened. And I'm going to talk to Zab about that when I finally catch him again. But, yes, he had Floyd on the list. He had Ricardo Mayorga. He had a Vernon Forrest. Rest in peace. John, what's up? I see you, man. Appreciate you. He had him twice. Shane had you know what I mean? Yeah, just to let everybody know, I'm gonna do a video on this. Rest in peace to the immortal Hulk Hogan. We're gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a video on that. Not tomorrow, but probably Saturday.
The Hulkster go?
Yeah, the hoaxer passed away.
Oh yeah, and also let me put this out. This is not like sports, but if y'all remember the late Chuck Mangione, he did an instrument to Feel Good back, I believe 76,
Yeah.
77, 78, something like that. He also passed away. Let me put that out.
Wow. Rest in peace to everybody who just passed.
Hey,
I'm
but
gonna do a
well,
video.
that's
I'm gonna do
it.
a video. I'm gonna do a video on Hogan. People got their opinions. He was a racist. Everybody was freaking racist. What up? Like, so what? I've seen some people saying some horrible stuff. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all live next to people who are racist. Y'all go to work with people that are racist. Y'all go to school with people that's racist. Y'all still deal with them. So let's knock it off. Boxing's a racist sport, but that doesn't remove us from the sport. And we're not saying racism is right because it's not right. We're not saying it's right, but I'm gonna do a whole video on Hogan. We're gonna get to Hogan. Maybe Saturday. I might get to Hogan.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Hogan. Yeah, yeah.
we'll get to Hogan Saturday. We definitely gonna do something for him. But um, both of their resumes was impeccable. You know what I mean? And so when they fought, they were still in their prime, and it was at the right time. And I believe they fought twice. I believe Shane got the first one. I don't know if De La Hoya got it or if Shane took the second one. I got to go back to see that. But um, classic fights. It was one of those classic fights in the early 2000s because this is 2003, so it's still in the early 2000s, right? Um, and when you sit back and you think, I mean, that's when boxing was boxing, man. You know, we still was dealing with HBO, boxing. Um, it was a whole lot of what you don't see today. Um, Boxing was a little more understanding than it is today. But I think it's just that boxing's a little confusing just for some people who have a hard time catching on to what's going on, or they can just care less about what's going on and they just go and jump on the bandwagon and just hop on whoever they think is hot. Um, that's how it is though. But it's cool. But yeah, when I think of oldies but goodies, Shane Mosley versus Oscar De La Hoya is always one of those that come up. Like earlier today, I did Roy Jones Jr. versus Antonio Tarver.
Right.
I was watching Mosley on the news yesterday.
Yeah.
Gotten worse, and he said he wouldn't mind another. Yeah, he's supposed to be fighting again. I seen him and Victor Ortiz on this flyer, and I said, "Oh, come on, man!" I almost forgot about Victor Ortiz, and I said, "Oh, come on, no." But you know what? Some people, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? I'm convinced that some people are coming back, not so much because they missed it. They're coming back for a payday. Because if you accomplished whatever it is that you need to accomplish in boxing, there's no need to come back. But Shane had a lot going on with his wife, his ex-wife. She
Right,
wanted
right.
the belt. She wanted a lot of shit from him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it teaches you guys, and I keep telling y'all, even for these amateurs, it teaches y'all. You better have a bigger plan than just to get rich, take care of all your family. Because the people you taking care of 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, they're not going to take care of you back if you don't have anything. You better have some property and some money put up that people don't know about. Don't try to go out here pleasing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try to go out here doing that. Because when you realize the money ain't what it used to be, oh, this ain't the glory days. This is not 25 years ago when I had it like that. Now, I'm either behind on something or hey, I need to take another fight. I need to make a couple dollars, man. I need to make about, I don't want to say 10,000, but I need to make something where I need to make $1 million or something. 10,000, hey, 75,000. I need to make some kind of money. Yeah, you got him holding up nicely. You got a couple fighters who, when you talk to them, they holding up nice, and you have others that didn't know when to leave the game. They didn't know when to leave the sport. You got to leave. You have to leave boxing. Don't wait for boxing to leave you, because then boxing gonna leave you in a place, in a space where you don't want to be. Crippled, blind, can't do anything for your family. Family ain't gonna really do nothing for you. They sitting around waiting for you to pass so they can argue about who get what. I mean, that's not just in boxing, that's in life, period. But what we just saying is we see what these fighters go through. A lot of y'all don't see that. Y'all don't care about, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I only care about who he's fighting. Well, I care about the man surviving. That's what I care about. Even for a fighter that I dislike, I don't want to see him die. You understand what I'm saying, underrated?
Yes, exactly.
I don't like Tyson Fury like that. I don't want to see him die. Even though he tried to almost kill Wilder, he could have. But two wrongs don't make a right. I don't want to see no man die from this sport. We have lost people. You understand, underrated? We done lost people.
We lost them in groups.
We've lost people. And fighters, we have lost them. Some have went to their dressing room and went to the hospital and went home, and that was it. That was it. Or died in the ring right there on the spot. You thinking this person's going to be okay. They just rush them to the hospital, get them a little air, and they'll be okay. Not knowing they're gone already. So it's a little overwhelming, you know, sometimes. But hold on for 1 second.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to No Ducks on podcast. Talked about Oscar Hoya and Shane Mosley. I both like both of them. You know.
Sorry, these idiots get on my nerve when they want to sit outside and play their music like everybody wants to hear their music. The music should only be for where you want to hear it, unless you're driving around. They get on my nerve with that, but that's the hoods for you. But not to get off topic, because people will be like, here he go again, he getting deep with it. But Thursdays, I love it so much, underrated, because like I said, we get to take it back a notch. And you know, the great thing about doing these throwback talks, you get to go back and think about where you were, what you were doing when these fights were taking place. You get to think about where you were, who you were with, how old you were. Were you eating? Were you at a party? You know what I'm saying? Were you coming back from vacation? Like, where were you if you weren't there?
Right.
So that's why these type of talks are so important. I remember watching Oscar and Mosley. At this time, I'm 20 years old when they fought. Damn, I was young. I'm young now, but damn, 20 years old.
You were very young.
I was 20 years old. I think this is even before I moved down south. This might have been, I moved to Alabama probably when I was about 20. I went on my own, so I think I might have still been up here when they fought. And by the time they had the rematch, I was already probably living down south when it happened. But we used to get a lot of them throwback joints where we just sit back and we'd be like, yeah, this is going to be 20 years from now, 30 years from now to talk about. You know what disturbs me the most about this, though, is what happened to the partnership between them. Because, you know, Shane Mosley was a part of Golden Boy.
Was, right.
And by the time we looked up now, we see them taking shots at each other. And I'm like, wait a minute. What happened? Am I missing something? Because I know for a while you would see Bernard around in De La Hoya, and then after a while you stop seeing Shane, and you stop seeing Shane for some time, and I'm thinking something ain't right. What happened? I bet you nobody ever stopped to think about that because they don't care, right? That them type of things. Now I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. Well, that's cool. But I'm curious, just like y'all curious about certain things. I'm curious to know what happened. But that's probably something he wouldn't be able to discuss live. Depends on what the situation is. So, somebody get him live, they're gonna go ask him that. They won't think to ask him before going live, can we talk about it? They're not gonna do it because if he says no, then you're like, damn, that's one of the main questions I wanted to ask him. Kudos to him. Yeah, and then like I said, the second fight happens. I don't too much remember. Like I said, I have to go back and watch that. But to have these talks about this, it's all education for those who might have not seen De La Hoya and Mosley. Not just them fighting each other, but them fighting, period. And like I said, De La Hoya's resume is impeccable. Now, if we're gonna grade fighters, hold on. Yeah, if we're gonna grade fighters on, do we grade fighters by how they performed, who they fought, the resume? Because if we had to do that, then De La Hoya would be definitely on that list because his resume was impeccable. I mean, you talking about he got Camacho on there, right? He got Chavez on there, no matter what people felt like. He got Pernell Whitaker. He got Trinidad. He has Mosley. Um, Mayweather. Pacquiao, even though Pacquiao beat the shit out of him, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ricardo Mayorga.
Okay.
I mean, his resume is impeccable. Um, Probably one of the best damn resumes. He also had rest in peace, Arturo Gatti. Um, so yeah, yeah, definitely. What do you feel about that though, underrated? What do you think?
But De La Hoya, yeah, he got a impeccable career. Definitely. God put him one of the greats. Now, will they put him in top 10? Yeah. Top 20? Yeah. He haven't dunked anybody. You go down the line. Also, he Olympic gold medalist. So, you know,
Yeah,
got to throw that in too. And, he one of the few Olympians that went on. I think he was good when he was in the Olympics, but he got better when he was, when he went to the pros. And so I think like that too, Not so he had an outstanding career, you know.
yeah. He accomplished his life. He accomplished a lot in life. They both did,
Yeah, he did, yeah.
and they both had situations where they hit a brick wall. Mosley had the PEDs. Oscar had it where he was doing a little bit of drugs himself, but he wasn't doing nothing that would cause him to cheat. But he had moments where you seen the pictures. He had moments. Um, he admitted to doing stuff where he wasn't paying attention to his family like that. I mean, stuff happens.
Does.
You know, and I don't make excuses for guys. I don't like the guys who keep running into the same brick wall. That's the ones I'd be like, okay, you think you can just get away with it, bro? You want to keep doing this? Like, if this is what we doing? So I tend to look at those dudes and I'm like, yeah, man, you just an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, you're doing a little too much.
Yeah, you're basically an accident waiting to happen, bro. Because you keep constantly doing the same shit that I don't think you can get caught. Um, but we we've had that happen numerous times, man. But that just doesn't take away from what a guy does in the ring. Um, and I just hate for guys to. I hate for guys to mess their Hall of Fame career up before they could even get a chance to be a Hall of Famer. If that makes any sense,
Big blessings, sure.
you know. And some people, some people don't care about that Hall of Fame shit. It doesn't mean anything to them. Um, People just want to get to the biggest bag, respectfully, and that's cool to a certain extent. Um, but we need guys to stay focused because what makes the sport of boxing great is when everybody can do their part, play their part, and find that one dance partner that'll change their life. Well, you guys can change each other's lives. Um, that's the beautiful thing about the sport of boxing. Um, and you know, when we see these throwback matches like this, and this is why you know it's so comfortable for me to go back to talk about it because it's not just about where were you at the time. You start just thinking how far we have come in the sport of boxing to where we are now. And people go, well, I wish I can go back to 25 years ago. And it's like, well, there's no turning back. We can't go back there. We have to face what it is. Um, and we just got to find ways to love boxing on our own and not love it the way everybody else is loving it. The way you look at boxing underrated, somebody might look at it different.
Different, yep.
So we have to find ways to love the sport on our own, not the way people want us to love it. We're not here. We're not here for that. We're gonna see things different. We're gonna give different opinions. We're gonna have different views, and it's supposed to be like that. It is supposed to be like that because it makes the conversations great. It makes it interesting. When you go, you know what? Hey, man, we're gonna agree to disagree, and that's cool. That's cool. But when I sit here and I think about it, I go, man, you know, it just warms my heart to be able to sit and just reminisce on these days and think about where I was and what I was doing and how I get to focus on a lot of stuff now that I didn't focus on back in the days. Because being a content creator, it changes your life dramatically. Rather if you're getting paid or not, you know why it changes your life because it has you focus on stuff that you never thought about focusing on. So in order to get people to understand what you're saying and what you're doing, sometimes you have to do your research and take it back and then come up and talk with people. Even if you don't have all the facts, you could be like, look, y'all, y'all go check it out yourselves. Like people who might not understand or who didn't see the Shane and Oscar, hey man, look it up on YouTube. Go look at it, and then y'all come back in the comment sections and tell me what you think. Um, and underrated, that's how we get people to understand more. We're here to learn from each other. Each one teach one. So that's the reason why these conversations are so important. Um, and it might not be important to anybody else, and that's cool. I really don't care. I really don't, you know, trust me, I really don't, really, when I mean I really don't care, I really don't care who it's important to or not, because there's somebody out there that we're helping them to understand what's going on, or we try to make some sense of what's going on, even if we don't understand. So just keep in mind, these talks are not just talks. These talks are to educate. to uplift, to make people get a more clear understanding of why boxing is the way it is and how far we come and how did we get here. Why are we here? And why we can never go back to what it used to be. It's never just knowing a fighter's record and where he's from. I always tell you that. And what division he's in and what belt he holds, all that is cool. But what a lot of y'all ain't failing to mention is that we have to take it back. Not take it back to as far as you can remember, but take it back. Take it back. So we can understand. And then some of y'all gonna say, well, I still don't understand. Well, okay. When you come to a real podcast who's having these conversations, and I'm learning from you guys too, for the ones who know. Shoe Shine Boxer, what's up? Salute, baby. Um, if you know, you know. We have to educate each other more and bear with each other more when it comes to these topics. Because we'll find ourselves in a position where we're just talking over each other. So when I can bring up an Antonio Tarver versus Roy Jones, and I bring up Mosley versus De La Hoya, or I bring up Sonny Liston versus Muhammad Ali, and some other old school fights that I'm about to talk about, I'm not going to have too many Thursdays when I can do it because I got stuff coming up. So my Thursday mornings might go into Thursday nights. Depends on how my situation is about to happen for me right now. But while I have the free time, I give these fighters their flowers. I honor them. And I don't want to honor them when they're dead. Just like I don't want to honor you guys, every other YouTuber. I don't want to honor you when you're dead. I want to give you your flowers now. Shoe Sign Boxing. I'll give you your flowers. Underrated. Your flowers. D Free. Flowers. And any other brother out there, take your flowers. I don't want to give that to you when you're dead. Give that to you now. It makes sense. It was a great, great time in boxing. It's not just always about bringing the fighters up. Like my man Shine said, great fight and a great era. It was a great era. What happened to boxing? Same thing that happens in our community. Sometimes things change and it's time to move on. Sometimes people, they try to stay around and then you got newcomers moving in your neighborhood and you like, what's going on? The hood was never like this. So these people moved in here. All these new people. Change is supposed to be for the better. Sometimes that ain't always necessary. Shit happens. You know, when I sit and I think about it, all right, I say to myself, if you guys had the opportunity to get into boxing, do anything productive, what would y'all step in and do? Because everybody swears that they have the formula to fix boxing. They got the blueprint. What would you do? I'm just asking y'all a simple question. What would y'all do? Because, you know, I sit back sometime and I listen to what some of y'all got to say and I go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus. This guy will throw a 154 pounder in there with a 35 pounder because he's talking about, I want to see them fight. They've been talking too much to each other on Twitter. Like, what? Well, he can go from 35 to 54. What? The last person that tried that, we seen what happened. They didn't go to 54, but they got close enough to it. We seen what happened when Mikey Garcia went up to fight Earl Spence. 47, that was straight suicide. Did y'all forget he jumped 30? Did y'all forget he jumped 40? Well, that's not as bad as 54. It's not the point. He was a little guy compared to Earl, who was probably walking around at 180, 185 pounds, maybe. Straight suicide. Hey, every great big man ain't gonna beat every little man. Every little man ain't gonna beat every big man. Some people were gifted with the type of talent that they can do it. They can do it. Nobody thought that Muhammad Ali could beat George Foreman. Huh, underrated? I'm gonna say that again because that probably went over some of y'all heads. Nobody didn't think that.
They ain't think that at all. No.
Man, it ain't no way in hell Muhammad Ali is gonna beat this dude. This dude made Joe Frazier jump in the ring after punching him. Made him jump. Made him lose his balance and jump. We ain't never what? Hell nah. If he did that to Joe, what the hell is he gonna do to Ali? Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. Huh? We didn't see
You're not wrong.
We didn't see Antonio Tarver beating Roy Jones and not just beating him, but actually catching him with a clean shot. Y'all didn't see Buster Douglas knocking Mike Tyson ass out. Things happen in boxing, baby. For some people, it was just their moment. It was their moment. Because if it was their time, they will go on to the next fight and do the same thing. Everybody has their moment where it's just their moment. Then people have their time where they go on to be great. And then it was like, we only know you from that one fight, bro. Wasn't your time. You just had a moment. There's a difference between time and moment. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. We always quick to say it's levels to this. Right? It's levels to this. But I've noticed some of y'all elevators don't go up. They just don't. Because we don't try to take the time to understand this. We don't take the time to understand that if we just sit back and use our brain and pay attention, and especially as creators, we are supposed to pay attention because a lot of this shit is not rocket scientists. And we have to sit here in front of this camera and we have to make it make sense when you got somebody on the other side telling you what you saying ain't facts. But instead, you got all the receipts you bring to the table and you still got somebody over there telling you that's not facts. Because they just want to argue. But then the way that we think we can solve something is to say, let's debate. Like that fixes everything. Like, is that supposed to fix everything? It don't fix everything. Because in my mind, when you're saying let's debate, you're saying let's argue. It's almost like your girl, you know you did something wrong with her, right? And you want to talk about it, but you know damn well it's gonna lead to an argument. So you like, I don't even want to do that shit, bro. Because I ain't on that type of timing. Mosley versus De La Hoya for the 2 fights was great. It's one of those fights I like to go back and watch. And this is the thing that I'm gonna be doing. I'm thinking about doing Floyd and Chop Chop Corley next.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to get a hot seat. I'm about to get a hot seat because I'm not gonna have too many Thursdays that I can do this. Next Thursday, I might not be able to even get up Thursday morning and do it. I can't do it, so I'll probably gonna come back around the same time next Thursday. It's gonna end up probably being one live with me doing it. The following Thursday, I don't know who I don't want them to think that it's just black fighters that I'm doing. I'm gonna get somebody else that I'm gonna do. It could be somebody from the 70s, the 80s, the early 90s. I'm going to get somebody though. Don't worry. I might do Tommy Morrison and what's my other man? Shit. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. The face is there, but I can't get the damn name. The dude who knocked Tommy out. Ray Mercer. Was it Ray Mercer? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ray Mercer. So I might do that. I knew it was there. See, I got it. I got it together. But they went on in their careers and did, shouts to Mosley, who's doing what he's doing. I don't want to see him back in, but hey, that's on him. Shout out to De La Hoya, what he's doing with Golden Boy. We don't have to like what he's doing, but hey, kudos to him. Kudos to him. I'm trying to get where I can have my promotional company. So, I'll sit back and I'll watch all these guys, right? Underrated. I watch Eddie Hearn. I watch Frank Warren. I watch Bob Arum. I watch Al Heyman. I watch all these guys. And I say to myself, God is prepping me to be in that position with no Doug Zone. And it's going to happen. It's not my time yet. But he's prepping me, and I'm going to be in that. I'm going to be in that position. And when I sit back and I watch how all of them are do, rather we like them or not, a lot of them been doing what they've been doing for some years now. You look at Jake Paul now; he's one of the newest ones that came in, and he's doing what he's doing, and we can't be pissed with him. Being pissed with him is not going to change what he's doing for these ladies. And we don't have to like his opponents, but at the end of the day, he's doing what it is that he does.
Uh-huh.
And I'm okay with it. So a lot of these guys on the radio are going to be stuck on the same conversations for the next 6 months to probably the next 2 years. And it's sad because you know what it does underrated? It makes you say, you know what? I don't want to watch anybody. Especially if I'm not familiar with you. I'm not going to want to watch you. Because for the rest of this year, the conversations are going to be the same. We got a little while more longer to wait for Canelo and Crawford, and it's been talked about 1,000 times. By the time they get here, people are going to be arguing the same shit that they've been arguing for about a month or two already, making the same points, but trying to switch it up to make it seem like they're saying something different. If you've been talking about Crawford and Canelo since May or June, Jesus Christ. By the time September get here, I don't know what the hell you can say different in September that your ass didn't say 2-3 months ago. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. Oh, please, everybody don't talk at one time. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong,
You're not wrong.
right? They can give y'all Tank and Shakur right now, right? They'll tell you that, hey, that shit is going down in July of 2026. You fools are going to look like Skeletor by the time you finish talking about it. Because if they told y'all I ain't getting into July of 2026, y'all already been going about 2 years strong with it. 2 years already. Jesus Christ. You'll be skeletons. So by the time July get here, it ain't gonna be much to talk about. Oh, it's fight week, y'all. So who y'all think is gonna win? Come on, stop that. We've been talking about this shit for 3 years. Really? We gonna wait till you get here to act like we don't know who we picked? But some of y'all probably change y'all pick. If you betting, you probably change your pick. But that's what y'all do. Y'all don't be knowing what to do sometimes. Y'all just be jumping on the bandwagon, man. Y'all don't be knowing, man. I feel for a lot of y'all. Because y'all really don't be knowing, bro. Y'all really don't be knowing. And it's okay. It's okay. Because it shows your IQ that you have, and you don't really have much of that. You have no determination to just be patient and learn certain things in the sport. You don't have no patience. Everybody got to come out like they knowing something. Everybody got to act like they know this and know that. I know this is going to happen. I know that is going to happen. And this is going to happen. And that is going to happen. This should happen. That don't need to happen. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is why I picked Thursdays to not talk about. I could easily be talking about Carissa and Shushu, and there's actually a fight tonight. Golden Boy tonight, which I'm gonna probably sit back and watch. Tomorrow, the Zone. Something's on the Zone tomorrow night. OTX, I think. Y'all won't talk about that. We still on last week's and week before fights. Why? Why? Oh, because we can, McLean. Everybody can't be like you. We can't go explore and just talk about the amateurs. We can't just talk about throwback fighters because they ain't fight no more and nobody cares about them. But shit, what the hell you think your fighter gonna be? Some of y'all fighters need to sit their asses down now because half of them are holding up the damn division. They need to sit down. What do you think they gonna be? When it's time for them to stop fighting, what I told y'all, y'all ain't gonna be able to teach the next generation nothing because they ain't trying to hear it. Some of y'all act like y'all fighter got 20 more years left in this game. Shit, probably as an assistant coach. Nah, there's no damn fighter. That Bernard run is over. You heard underrated? That Bernard run is over. You think your favorite fighter right now is in their 20s and 30s and they go into their 52 or 54? That shit is over. It's quiet for that. It's quiet for that. I know y'all don't like when I come on because y'all feel like I'm just always criticizing y'all. I'm always judging y'all. I talk too much. I always feel like, he's trying to always pick and poke or I'm not trying to do shit. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Y'all can look at it any kind of way you want to look at it. I don't give a shit. Because you know why? I don't participate in debates. I don't have to participate in nothing.
But let me say this, brother, right? And I go along with what you saying. I thought when we see things on TV, right, it
Yeah.
don't lie, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying though, the ones I go more on your point. The ones you're talking about. I want to know. I want to know which TV you have, because I know. I want people to see my face when I say this. I want to know that black and white and color is two. I mean, the color is different, but I thought the image is still the same, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And like, there's some things that I need to read up on when it comes to sanctions, and there's a lot of things I have not read, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to it. I'll get to it because I'll be in my own world. But I can never get up assuming something unless I get a phone call from somebody that says, "Yo, this is what's happening, McLean," but don't go say anything.
Uh,
I don't have a response.
right.
I can't assume nothing. I can't answer nothing because I don't know. Why do we act like learning in this world is something new, or we're ashamed to learn something? So if we learning something, we got people looking at us like, "You should have been knew that." I don't give a damn what you think I should have been knew. Damn it, if I didn't know it, I didn't know it. I don't care what you think. What you think is not relevant. It's not relevant. That's why it's called doing your homework.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that I won't shy away from doing my research because I want to learn stuff too. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things in this boxing underrated that I'm still adapting to. There's
Yeah.
things that I'm still getting to know in the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my time with it. I'm going to take my time with it
Uh-huh.
because when you're learning too much and there's too much going on, it's confusion and you know what I'm saying? You don't want your head spinning. Smash that like button, y'all. I appreciate the ones that's coming in and coming out. Of course, y'all don't want to hear it. It's all right though. Y'all want to hear Tank Shakur. Sorry, wrong channel. Go over there. So for the ones that came in and left, appreciate you. Thank you. Just smash my like button. That's all I ask. Because when they don't walk over here and say, "Oh my God, he's talking about Mosley and he's talking about Mosley and De La Hoya for what? Didn't they retire already?" Yeah, your favorite fighter needs to retire. They ain't doing shit but fighting once a year. I guarantee you, De La Hoya and Shane didn't fight once a year.
Sometimes some of them fight 2 or 3 times a year.
Roy Jones didn't fight once a year.
Sure didn't.
Poison Jr. Jones didn't fight once a year. Drew Titan, man, my brother, Bronx on deck, man. Go subscribe to my brother Drew
Salute,
Titan.
salute, salute the brother Drew, man.
Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Our favorite fighters that we knew from back then didn't fight one time a year. So if there's ever a time you look me in the eye and tell me I don't want to talk about these old heads, what the is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You got to be stuck on stupid or something. Well, here it is. Your fight is fighting one time a year.
And I want to bring this point out. One year, the late great Aaron Pryor and the late great Alessio Guayo, they fought twice within 6 months. I mean within 8 months.
That's what I'm
Within
saying,
eight
man.
months.
Is we all are here to educate and learn from each other, right? That's what I would like to think.
Yeah.
We all should be able to come to each other when it's a question that needs to be answered, and one of us don't have the answer, versus everybody assuming that they know everything and y'all don't. Some of y'all are putting false information out that ain't happening in boxing, and then the idiots that see it are fucking running with it. Steady saying, "Whoa, let me sit back and let me hear the sanctions say something. Let me hear the president of whatever. Wait a minute, hold on before we take this and run with it wait. You idiots can't. It's like you idiots, and I disrespectfully say, you idiots sit home and just be like, I got nothing to talk about in boxing, or I do. I talked about that already. I'm waiting to just see something. Let me just stroll. Let me just stroll through my phone, and hopefully I see something that looks like it could be a juicy story. Oh, this guy had dirty hand wraps. Oh, is that right? Oh shit. Well, look, I got something to talk about. And then come to find out it's not even that. It's not even that. Because y'all couldn't wait. It's like y'all sit and just wait for something to happen so y'all could be so thirsty to get out there and report it. And that's not even what it is. I've never seen dudes get horny and moist off of the sport of boxing. Y'all worse than them vampires and sinners. You know, when they saw the people, they start drooling. Remember the part with Michael B. Jordan doing the girl and he goes, baby, you drooling. That's what y'all act like when y'all see these fighters. Drooling.
Yum yum.
Drooling out your mouths.
Oh, nah,
They wonder why. They wonder why we get looked at the way we get looked at as content creators. Why are we being looked at the way we being looked at? Because some of y'all are bad. Example. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Horrible example of being what a content creator is supposed to be. Horrible. Well, Winston, well, Clarence, what the hell are you doing that's so great? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing that's so great. I'm being me. I don't need no moist meter. I'm being me. That's what makes me great. I'm being me. And guess what? I'm going to continue to be me. Rather, if you sit there and say, yo, I can never agree with nothing that kid says. Cool, don't. I never asked for your permission. I don't need y'all permission. Y'all ain't make me. Just because you support me, that don't mean you made me. Rather, if you here or not, I'm going to be me. You know, I appreciate everybody that come through here with me. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. But let's get it, don't get it twisted. And none of you didn't make me. Let's not get it confused. This is the no Doug zone. This is the no Doug zone, baby. Nothing would ever, under any circumstances, would ever be ducked when I get in front of this camera or in person. Not if it needs to be brought up. Now, if you're just talking out of turn, then I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to entertain you, and I ain't ducking no questions that you asking me because it ain't irrelevant. You know, sometimes when people see that you're not on the ignorant shit like they are underrated, they got to find a way to try to bring you down to their level.
Yeah.
And something about this underrated dude. Damn, I'm going to have to see if I can bring him down, like on my. Oh, let me find a button to push. Drew know what I'm talking about. They'll try to do it with him. Drew knows exactly. That's what they try to do.
You know what I would tell them? Stop wearing skirts, man. I mean,
You stupid, man.
stop wearing skirts and blouses.
Oh, you're already stupid.
Right, I know you like to wear lipstick and all that. I know. You know.
Oh, you're underrated. You're an ass.
You talk that high talk. Oh, how you doing? No, you know that's y'all. You know that. So you know, just leave the real talk to real men. Okay. Because I'm tired of you walking on them high heels. You know.
Listen.
Morris Day, you know. I might have to do some man's talk. I might do man's talk, but I'm going in. Fuck it. That's off the subject. I'm sorry.
I don't. Like I said, I'm not gonna sound like I don't want to keep sounding like I'm repeating myself. These talks are great. These talks are amazing. I'm hoping other brothers will come and join these throwback talks. But the problem is, some of us forgot about history. Y'all done got so spoiled with this Tank Shakur, Boots, Brian, freaking Haney's, Duck, and Brian Norman. Y'all done got so comfortable with these talks, we forgot about what was.
Yeah.
Everybody, I told you, has opened up the door for somebody. We forgot. We don't even take one day to say, you know what? Let me give these guys their flowers while they're here.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they pass away, y'all gonna want to do a whole goddamn 3-4 hour panel on them. A whole damn 3-4 hour live. Stop me when I'm wrong.
Not wrong.
Huh? Stop me when I'm wrong. Yeah, but McLean, we hear what you're saying, but there's no use for them. Hell, there's no use for you talking about, ain't no use for you talking about your fighter. Your fighter ain't doing shit. Yeah, but he's still active. Where? On social media? Because half of your favorite fighters is active on social media. They get one good payday is Feliz La Vida. Stop me when I'm wrong, man. Please, somebody stop me when I'm wrong.
They ain't wrong, brother McClain.
Stop me when I'm wrong, though. I want somebody to come up and stop me. Hey, stop me when I'm wrong. Yeah, my guy's active. Yeah, where? Where? Where is he active at? Well, I can tell you, I didn't ask you what belt he hold, you idiot. That makes him active because he holds a belt. There's motherfuckers holding belts for 2 years and sitting at home. What are you talking about? Huh?
I got
Huh?
I mean, they
Y'all don't have a clue, man. Y'all don't have a clue, bruh. Y'all don't have a clue. It's like a boxing glove just fell on your fucking head or a belt fell on your head and all of a sudden y'all became experts.
Playing you have to understand. I mean, as a reminder, you know, these people they go to these platforms, hold each other nuts. You know that's the norm right now. You know, so you know they like to jiggle the jiggle. Or these platforms. You know, and that's the way it is, and they gotta cough up. You know, somebody else narrative. I'm gonna be nice today. You know, It's- that's where we at. I mean, that's not who we are. But I'm just saying, like, you know, everybody echoes.
I'm just trying to get some time, and never mind how I say it, because they always say it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But I be trying to get a clear understanding sometime of
But I'm saying, how you can get a clear understanding? They blowing each other. I mean, you know, they don't have the mind their own to have their own opinion. So they don't even want to talk about. They don't even like you said. They don't even want to go back with what it was done like not even like 25 years.
because you would think lives like this where you go, oh man, what? Mosley De La Hoya? I remember that. I remember where I was. I was in prison, or I just came home, or my first child was born. I just got married, or I was on vacation. You know what I'm saying, when it happened, or I was there when it happened, right? It ain't just these young dudes. We ain't gonna keep pointing the finger at these young dudes. Some of you old dudes are doing that shit.
Those are
But
problem. Those are really the problem.
you got nerve to be in your 50s and 60s and want to talk Tank Shakur all damn day. But then we like, yo, let's what about this? Yeah, well, I mean, And then they'll talk about it with you about a half a second before they go, yo, I don't mean to change the subject, but you think Devin Haney's ducking Brian Norman Jr.? Here the fuck we go, man. Here we go. Just when I thought we had a panel of a bunch of, here we go. Like nowadays, you gotta watch out for these dudes that be on that. I don't mean to change the subject. Because they mean to change the subject if they gotta tell you I don't mean to change the subject. You be having a conversation where you thinking, all right, yo, man, you think Tank can ever fight Shakur? Here we go with this shit, bro. Here we go with this shit, bro. Like, for the love of God. Are you kidding me right now, bro? What, man? I just want to know. Want to know what? Y'all just going to get moist as hell talking about the same shit. Well, McLean, that's the reason why you're going to keep having the same subscribers. You're going to keep having the same subscribers, McLean, for the next 6 months because your ass don't want to get with the program. Okay, I'm cool. I won't get with the program then. I'm cool. I'm cool. Hey, does this look like a face of a man that loses sleep at night? Huh? I ask for subscribers. I don't beg for them. There's a difference. BC, I see you.
What's up, BC?
There's a difference of begging for subscribers and asking. I don't lose no sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I don't lose no sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. I'm fine with who I am. I'm fine with how I run my channel. I'm fine with the topics. Because I'm not going to be one of these black men who's going to sit up here like the rest of these other men who look like us, who we down each other. We always have something negative to say. And that's all we known for. A black man shouldn't just be known for that on social media, that every time we turn around, we're taking shots at each other. We can't just talk boxing and leave it at that. Rather if it's old school or new school, past, present, future, whatever you want to call it, it should never be. You understand what I'm saying? It should never be. And some of you better learn quick to get with the program because like I told y'all, some of y'all only got one more summer before it's over. The jig is going to be up with some of y'all, man. And you know what got y'all blind? Because you got a certain amount of subscribers, so you think that, hey, what could possibly happen to me? The jig is up. I'm trying to tell y'all, gentlemen, some of y'all scaring the money away before you can get a chance to get it. You got the fighters entourage running down on y'all and DMing y'all or whatever. The jig is up. The fucking jig is up, ladies and gentlemen.
Jig is up.
To be honest with you, the jig is up. I told y'all this before. Nobody, listen, I have no right, underrated. None of us have no right to come tell anybody else how they can run their damn channel. Y'all ain't listening. We ain't telling you how to run your channel. You run it whatever, you do whatever you feel is best for you. But don't go out your way to make all of us look like fools. As if we all don't know what the hell we talking about. Because there's some of us that want to sit, listen, and learn. Steady assuming. There's too many assumers on here. Well, I'll assume that he would take that kind of money that was offered to him. Well, why would you assume that? Huh? You can't assume nothing for no man. You can't say what amount of money a man should have. That man don't take it. You ain't getting no PC in it. But this is what y'all do. Huh? This is what y'all do. Y'all play this game like Y'all actually know what y'all talking about, but you don't. And in the end, you end up getting embarrassed. And then when you're getting embarrassed, you can't take it. That's when the arguments and the disrespect between men comes out. Well, what is this about? What is this argument about? Cuz, man, he said, yo, this is what he said, right? He said, Sebastian Fedora was gonna do this to Tim Tszyu, and it's like, well, wait a minute, didn't Fedora win? Yeah, but that's not the point. It's not the point. He said, it don't matter what he said. The fuck? If y'all don't get y'all moist meter asses out of here. No, but you ain't understanding, McLean. I don't give a fuck what he said. Didn't Sebastian Fedora win? You mad at that man because that man said this is how he would win and he didn't win? What difference does it make? He won, you dummies. The fuck? Katie Taylor is Madison around. It wasn't supposed to win like that. And Katie should have went in there and knocked her ass up. Well, didn't Katie win? What is the problem? Jesus Christ on a cross. What is we talking about? Huh? Well, man, Barrios was supposed to win in there, and he was supposed to do. Well, it don't matter. The father-in-law and the son-in-law had a fight, and it was a tie. They went out to eat after that. That's what father and son-in-laws do. They gonna have disagreements. Hey, let's fight about it. I'll whoop your ass, pops. Yeah, come on. What are y'all talking about? What are we talking about? Y'all be mad because some Lord have mercy. I think the problem is too many of y'all walking around like this right now. And you need to get yourself straight. You need to get yourself straight. Some of y'all be doing just a little too much. Y'all be doing too much. You walk around blued up. You walk around blued up. And I ain't talking about no gang. I ain't talking about no gang neither. Y'all walking around blued up out here. You're wrenched up. They need to fix that. Because it don't be that serious, man. I swear, underrated, it don't be that serious, bro. I've been on lives where I've seen dudes do it. Well, I don't care, because you said that he'll suplex him and DDT him, and he didn't do that. Motherfucker,
and why are you getting so emotional that this they don't care? They don't even know you.
Why does it matter to you how he won? What does it matter to you how he won? But I'm just going back with what he said. I don't give a shit what he said. Did your man win? Yeah, he won. But that's all right, man. Shut up. I'm so glad Crush came with that moist meter, because some of y'all need to get that shipped to y'all for y'all house for the holidays. Everybody place their moist meter right now. Get that shit shipped to your house. It probably will come in 7 to 10 business days. Maybe you'll get it next day. Depends on how you pay for it. Because it don't be that serious. I'm not making fun of nobody. We keeping it real. Y'all be tripping. The sport of boxing cannot get up under y'all skin that much.
They do. To some of them it does.
You're not going to convince me that the sport of boxing gets up under y'all skin that much. No, sir. I don't give a damn what you say. And as much as going on in boxing, bro, It ain't that serious.
It's not all that serious.
It's not. Because if it's any time that I'm feeling like boxing is going to make me overheated and it's going to upset me and put me out of character, I'm not doing no lives no more. I'm not participating in no conversations anymore. I'm just going to disappear. I'm gonna disappear. Because then I'm gonna feel like I can't take what's being said or being done. It's too many emotional ass dudes on here. I'm done. I'm done. Like, what are we talking about?
What's going on, brother D Hall?
D Hall, what's up? Everybody go subscribe to my brother D Hall on the People Show. Shouts to my brother J York, man. Shouts to NC, Carolina in the building. What are we talking about? It's not that. Listen, I ain't gonna say ladies and gentlemen, because it ain't the ladies up here acting ass. Gentlemen, the ladies are outshining us on these channels.
Oh, sweet
These ladies
sugar boy. Sweet
are
sugar boy.
outshining us.
Hey,
When we have these boxing topics, they outshining us. And I ain't mad with the ladies. Shouts to all my sisters. Miss Fields, Tay Tay, y'all know who y'all are.
Sweet Frankfurter boys.
But he said last week he will win this one.
But did he win though? Yeah, all right then. So ain't a discussion.
What did he say? Somebody got hacked? D Hall got hacked? Facebook, oh, your shit got hacked. Probably. Unless he sent you one. I doubt it. I have to check. I doubt it, BC. I hope not. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Should be weird to me. Nah, not me. Not from me. Nah, so then somebody's pretending to be you, D Hall.
Yup. Nah, yo, shit, something, yeah. Oh. Oh, they got Brother McClain. God doggone it. See that they got brother? Y'all can hear me? If y'all can hear me, press one. Oh. Let's see what happens. I gotta get my food.
All right, y'all. I apologize, man. They talking about something about the internet, man. This is some bullshit. See if I can get my brother. Oh, damn, my brother underrated and checked out. Sorry, y'all. That wasn't me. They talking about the internet, man. That had nothing to do with me. You start cooking, they trying to turn the stove off. That's what they tried to do with me just now. Turn the stove off. The whole time I've been doing this live, y'all, or the times I've done my live, it ain't say nothing about no internet connection. That ain't done. Yeah, that's them trying to do that. I'm hot, right? I go turn the stove on. Now they want to try to turn the stove off. I don't think so. Y'all gonna get this work. Yeah, they gonna try to turn the damn stove off. See, I'm cooking. I know your time in the kitchen is up. No, it ain't. My time in the kitchen is up when I say it's up. Damn, then threw my brother underrated off. That's some BS, man. That's crazy. It's all good though. Y'all can't stop nothing. We here, baby. We here. Um, it is what it is though. I'm not tripping. I'm about to get up out of here anyway, man. I gotta hit my underrated, make sure he good. Let him know that what they did was crazy. But back tomorrow, y'all. I might not necessarily be back on here because they trying to tell me my time is up on stream almost, but you know how that goes. Um, we'll find something to do tomorrow morning, y'all. I might come back here, or I might be on Instagram. It all depends on what mood I'm in. But like I said, Shane Mosley, De La Hoya, it was great. It was a great rivalry. I don't know what happened to them as far as being business partners. Maybe we'll look more into it and come back and talk about it. But they had two great fights. It probably ain't much to talk about as far as the fights because a lot of us don't remember what happened. But I do remember Shane Bleed grabbing the first one. I think he might have grabbed both. I can't remember too much. But it was just talking about these fighters, rather if you remember what happened or not. It's not just for you to be talking about it, but it's also to get people to participate in it. Yeah, D Hall, that they be trying to shut us out, D Hall. That's all, but it's all good. They ain't stopping nothing. We here. Um, but it's also for us to participate in it as men. There's nothing wrong with a little throwback talk when it comes to this boxing. Try to switch it up a little bit, y'all. Everything ain't always got to be about today. Because some of y'all support your favorite fighter more than your favorite fighter support itself. Hmm. I'm gonna just let that just sit. That went over some of y'all heads, but I ain't gonna let that. I'm gonna just let it sit instead of me repeating it. I'm gonna let it sit there and let y'all think about that. But I love y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. Um, I can hit y'all with the morning chop up in the morning if I want to, but I might come back and do a little more boxing tomorrow, man. Don't know. Depends on what I feel like tonight. Love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe and just keep doing what y'all doing. I appreciate all the people who come through here and rock with me. All right. Till then, y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.